I'm Anthony Forrest, the president of Steel Cod, and I'm here with John Beresford, our VP of Sales, ready to discuss all things appliances.
Hey guys, welcome to the Steel Codcast. It's Shannon again, still subbing in for Anthony. I'm here with John, as always. Hi, John.
Hi.
All right, today we're talking about French tops, and this can be intimidating for salespeople, so I've been told, and I can understand why. Because as a person who's been in the appliance industry for a while and has marketed for retailers and now Steel Cod, I'm like, I don't necessarily understand the purpose, but I'm ready to be educated. Okay. So, because I mean, like myself, I feel like most customers probably look at these things and think, what would it do with that?
Mm.
So, what are people missing? How do we sell this, John? What's going on here?
No, I think you're right. I think, there's really 3 camps of salespeople when it comes to French tops, right? And the idea of selling them. One is they completely avoid them altogether and, they basically just pretend like they're not there. 2 is they sell them extremely well, which is easy to do when you understand what they are. And then, the second camp is, or the third camp, I should say, is they just absolutely destroy any level of conversation around it immediately, right? Because what you'll hear out there is the second they start explaining a French top, they turn it into like some weird like history lesson almost, right? Because they're talking about old world French style cooking and restaurant kitchens and classical techniques and chef heritage and all this kind of stuff, right? And like, even as I'm saying those, I mean, any customer is going to mentally leave that conversation immediately. Nobody wants to hear any of that stuff, right? Because from a customer perspective, they're going to say, oh, all right, well, this sounds complicated, or this sounds intimidating, or this sounds like more work than I'm really willing to put up with. Meanwhile, the real value of a French top has nothing to do with, pretending to try to be a chef or anything like that. The value is in control and flow and heat management and versatility, right? And that's a conversation that everybody is willing to have when they're looking for a new cooking product, right? But it's the conversation that the vast majority of salespeople are either running from or aren't able to have the right way.
So, not to like make you be the person that you were just describing, but
Yeah.
what is, where do these things come from originally? Like, what is the history?
Yeah, I mean, so they really came from professional kitchens, right? And in not luxury kitchens and showroom kitchens or anything like that, with just regular working kitchens. And the reason why is restaurants really needed flexibility, right? A French top is it's one large heated surface where the strongest of the heat is concentrated near the center of the unit. And the farther outward you move, the lower the temperature gets. Okay. And the way that it's constructed is going to change your entire cooking experience. So instead of constantly adjusting burner settings, all you have to do is just move the pan, right?
Mhm.
Inward or outward. And there's really a ton of genius behind that, right? Because now you can hold sauces and rest proteins and manage multiple temperatures and stage pans and finish dishes, all without having to constantly fight for burner output, right? The surface itself really is your heat management system. And that's why these things have survived forever, right? In all of these serious cooking environments that are out there that need that level of flexibility.
So, are you kind of saying that customers are already doing French top behavior, if you will, by adjusting burners and stuff like that?
Yeah, to some degree, I think so. Every good home cook, right? And you consider yourself a good home cook, so this is probably going to mean something to you, right? Moving pans around, right? Pull pans off the heat, on the heat, that type of thing, right?
Mhm.
Dropping burners constantly, staging your food, managing your timing, trying not to scorch and burn things all the while, right?
Mhm.
And what's great about a French top is it centralizes all of that into one surface. And that's why people who learn how to use them, quite frankly, they become obsessed with them, right? Because cooking, just that whole process that we just talked about, And you kind of get your anxiety up when you think about all of the things that you have to do to manage a meal sometimes, especially when you're trying to serve a good portion of people. The cooking just really starts feeling smoother at the end, right? You stop reacting to burners the entire time. And now you're controlling movement instead of really kind of controlling or trying to control all of that panic and chaos that ensues when you try to cook like that, which is a massive difference when you're trying to cook those ways. Serious cooks are going to understand the difference immediately and appreciate it.
So, just to clarify, I mean, what I hear you saying is if you can explain how this simplifies doing all of that to a customer, it could make the sale for them. So this is not just some niche like a chef, like I'm gonna flex on my friend's appliance feature.
No, 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 not at all. I mean, it's one of the most versatile cooking surfaces that you can buy, right? You can sear steaks in the middle, like towards that center, right? You can all the while you can simmer a sauce as you move to the outside. You can hold the sauce. You can stage proteins. You can manage multiple pans simultaneously. Most French tops can handle, depending upon the size of your pans, 4, 5 different pans at one time. And, this is, I think, where customers get confused all the time because they look at one giant piece of metal and assume, well, there's probably less control here than what I have with my burners. And it's actually the opposite, right? You're controlling heat through placement instead of constantly cycling those burners up and down like we talked about before. And that creates just a completely and entirely different rhythm to your cooking. And this is why brands like Wolf in La Cornue, in Blue Star, even Ilve, right? They continue to offer these things to this day because people who truly cook understand what these surfaces can do for them immediately. We're not talking about small time brands here. Those are some of the best cooking appliance manufacturers in the world, and they're still manufacturing French tops on the top of their units.
La Cornue calls theirs the French plaque.
Correct.
I do
Good for
love
you.
that. I do love that. Okay, so where explicitly then are people messing this conversation up? At what point are people, you know, steering the
You know,
customer away?
it sounds stupid, but I think it kind of starts right at the beginning when they say this is a French top. Like to
Mhm.
me, that's kind of a mistake, right? Because now the customer almost starts focusing on what it is, right? Instead of what it does. And you know, I don't think it's really a great idea. At least I never found it to be. And I was pretty successful selling these things because I did have a level of passion and energy in my voice because I did cook. I mean, my mother was a caterer growing up. She owned a catering company. So like I mean, I saw what this could actually do for you. But never really lead with the surface itself. I think that it's still important to qualify the behavior first, right? If the cook is super frantic or anything like that. So you can ask them, do you cook with multiple pans constantly, right? Are you moving pans around constantly while you are cooking? Do you do a lot of delicate sauces? Do you struggle managing heat? Do you entertain while you're cooking? All of these types of things, right? So now the customer starts identifying their own behavior and now you can introduce that surface, right? It feels useful instead of intimidating, right? Because if you just go in and you say, "Oh, this is a French top," what's the first thing you say? Like, "Oof, like I don't know about that," right? You start having those things in your brain, like French top, like French cooking, French old world style. I don't do any of that. I make franks and beans. This isn't any good for me, right? So, like wherever your mind goes with that, you can start getting intimidated before you even have a chance to understand what it helps alleviate for you. So, it's really important to qualify. So when you see a French top and you think there might be a candidate for it, really dig into that level of qualifying with those questions, and then you can present it as a reasonable, rational solution to every single one of those issues.
So where does this become valuable on the sales floor then?
You know, we talk about and we struggle all the time to find differentiation between brands. And this could be such a big one if people got comfortable understanding what this does and how to present it to a customer. Because again, almost nobody explains these properly, but when you do, it's great. Like I said, I mean, most people either ignore them or they try to overcomplicate them. Meanwhile, it's one of the best luxury cooking conversations you can have with appliances. Because if you think about just where we take that conversation, and this is something that I always stress, is now we're taking it away from BTU loads and all of this kind of stuff. And we're talking again, we're bringing that conversation where it belongs, which is how do you actually cook, right? That's always going to be the luxury conversation. That's always where you want it to land to sell effectively in this bracket of product, right? We don't talk about bigger flames or more knobs or more horsepower or any of this kind of stuff. At this level of conversation, we're talking about workflow, in interaction, in control. And that's what a surface like a French top is, or a French block, is selling for you, right? We're reinforcing all of the reasons that we're stepping somebody up into luxury from the first place and why they would want a luxury kitchen. We're reinforcing all of those things by having this conversation. So it's super, super important, right? French tops are not outdated. They're not intimidating, and they're not like some kind of chef cosplay out there, right? They're versatile, they're precise, and they're built around cooking flow. Salespeople undersell them because they tend to explain them backwards, right? And they lead with the history and all that kind of stuff instead of leading with behavior like we always talk about. And that's why this episode is worth calling that out, because that's a cardinal mistake, right? The best cooking surfaces don't just heat up pans, right? They change the way that you move through cooking. And there isn't a surface on the planet that can do that better than a French top if you sell it correctly.
Okay, guys, we're turning it over to you now, our listeners or watchers. Um, I'm curious, if you have a lot of success selling French tops, which brand is the easiest to sell a French top with? And if you struggle to sell French tops, or I guess even if you are good at selling them, what brand do you struggle to sell French tops with? I'm just curious. I would love to know. And on top of that, do you agree with John? Do you think that this is the way to go about that if you're somebody who has had success with selling French tops or French plaques? Are you using this method that John is describing? Are you doing something different? If you're struggling and you have any questions, please leave them. John will reply to you, or you can email us at anthony@steelcod.com. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you love the show. And we will talk to you next time.
We drop a new episode every day of the week, including weekends. Don't forget to rate and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts.